Salvete omnes, this is I'm Amelia, also known as TheMartianGeek, back for another episode of Let's Play Mega Man X4. But before we move on to our next Maverick stage, we have a bit of unfinished business that I'd like to cover. So here we are in Web Spider Stage, Area 2, and it's time to show off some of our new weapons. There's the Twin Slasher. Okay, so I guess X's crescent projectiles aren't as big as Slash B's. Yeah, at least you can shoot a lot of them. I mean, even without the helmet enhancement. We already saw the charged version of this. Double Cyclone. Shoots two balls of air like the one Storm Owl had, up at angles like that. And if you charge it up, big tornado. Yeah, I couldn't charge up weapons back in Cyber Peacock stage because I didn't have the X-Buster enhancement, but now that I have that, I can charge them all I want. Destroy things with tornadoes. Aiming laser is kind of weird. It has that little cursor thing, and you basically line it up with an enemy and then sweep along it, and one of the cursors will lock onto an enemy. I think you can have up to 4 active. And then if you fire, it shoots a laser at him. Problem is, it has to be that the enemy has to be that exact distance away for it to work properly. Now if you charge it up, it's a little more useful. You get this kind of laser beam thing. Oddly enough, only the end of it seems to really do much damage, if any. Like, look, the part next to X is just going right through the enemies. Ground Hunter, I think we saw already. But we didn't see the charged version of that. Big Stingray! Yeah, I picked the wrong weapon to show off attacking this thing. Let's have some Rising Fire in here. Let's see, now the big Stingray... Whoa, I didn't know I could do that. Oh, dang, I'm out of Ground Hunter energy. Well, Rising Fire then. Fireball. And I guess you can use it to slow your fall like I just did, though that wasn't really intentional. Charge it up, and you get more or less what Magma Dragoon did in his battle. Lightning Web. You saw the uncharged version. What happens if you charge it up? You get a different shaped web, and then you get lots of webs. Sparkly! And that's it. Now, the problem is, while the helmet part lets you fire weapons when they're uncharged as many times as you want, it does absolutely nothing to the charged versions. So as you can see, I run out of energy for the charged Ground Hunter pretty quickly. You'd think that if it reduces your energy consumption to near zero, that would include the charged versions as well, like it would at least have some effect on them, but no. But that's actually not the reason why we're in this stage. The reason we're in this stage is because now that we have Magma Dragoon's weapon, there are certain stumps in this second area of the stage that we can burn through, like that one. That one didn't hide anything, but if we go a little further here, burn that one, and there's our heart tank for Web Spider stage that we missed the first time around, because, well, no fire weapon. So, and there's a stump there that you can use to take a shortcut. So, oh yeah, this thing's pretty good for destroying the beehives too, if you can get under them. Like I said, it doesn't have too much horizontal range, but whatever. Okay, that's it. Okay, now that we're done with that, it's time to move on to the Maverick stage proper. And for this one, I have chosen Frost Walrus. He protects the secret weapon that lies inside the snow base. And he's a rather big fellow. Probably the second biggest Maverick in the series, only to Rainy Turtleoid in X6. So of course Frost Walrus's stage is, well, a snow and ice stage. And I think that's the statue of Blizzard Buffalo, ice sculpture or something. Now at the start of the stage we have two possible paths to take. Two ways to go. You can go down here, and to get up there you need the lightning web, at least as far as I know. I guess Zero could probably do it with the double jump. We have snowmen and we have these weird beast things that keep throwing ice shards at us. Now, don't jump off there just yet, because now it's time to go back and take the other path. It has an item that I want. What are those, boars? Oh, whatever. The stage also has ice platforms that appear and disappear and crumble. Now, see that ice block up there? Well, there's the heart tank. Just use the fire weapon on it, just like with Web Spider's heart tank. Ow. Yeah, some of those vanishing ice blocks even have ladders on them. I don't think there's anything of note over here. I suppose having the air dash and hover helps here. Yeah, just cross those platforms, and now we have death spikes to deal with. Yeah. When are spikes in Mega Man games ever not death? Unless they're on an enemy or something. What just happened there? Well, whatever. Now we have slopes. We have to hurry because they're crumbling beneath us. And, well, if they crumble all the way, we go right into the spikes, and we don't want that now, do we? Now, that, once again, you need the lightning web to get. That is the X tank. And what it does is, it makes you continue with 4 lives instead of 2. Not terribly useful for me right now, since I already have 4 lives, and I haven't gotten any game overs, but as you can see, now, where my lives are, it says X. So if I lost all my lives, I'd get to start over again with 4 instead of 2. Well, not today, Mr. Snowman. Gotta love that plasma shot. Now this part, we have these rising ice platforms to deal with, and basically you just want to proceed downward, but do it carefully because there is a bottomless pit at the bottom of this here. See what I mean? You kind of want to, as soon as you see the ceiling or the right wall open up, just try to get over there. Boss already? Actually, it's the sub-boss. I don't know what this thing is called, but it's a robotic eyeball thing that actually has a life bar, but it draws shards of ice toward it to make it take on various forms, including this, a claw. You want to hit the middle part, of course. Also, it has that attack where it'll bring icicles down on you. Obviously, you can't hit it when the claw is closed up. Plasma shot takes it out pretty quickly. Now, after it gets down to a certain amount of health, it'll do its second move. And it didn't get much time to do it that time. Its second form consists of basically a bouncing spike ball. It bounces all around the arena and occasionally fires off parts of its ice shell. And now we're on to part 2 of Frost Walrus' stage, which is the only one that actually has different music from part 1. Well, my sub-tanks seem to be full. Once again, we have pathway choices, but here we have ice blocks that can be destroyed, and there are enemies trapped in the ice blocks. There are even mines that erupt into bursts of flame, and also destroy the ice blocks directly above and below them. So be careful about what you shoot. Particularly if you don't have the boots. I did not activate that hover on purpose, but it worked out okay. I like to stick to the top here because there's another item we can get. You might be able to see it up there. There are actually 2 tanks in Frost Walrus' stage, which I think has never happened in any other Mega Man X stage. That was the W tank. Basically, it works the same way that the sub-tanks do, except for weapon energy instead of health. This is the first game to have it, Mega Man X4. Yeah, this is the same game with that helmet part that makes you have infinite weapon energy. I don't know why Capcom thought it would be a good idea to have that part in the same game they introduced the W tank, or vice versa, but whatever. More of these annoying things. And Mets. We also have... let's see. There we go. Those things. I don't know what those are, some sort of ice bird or something, but if you leave them alive too long, they will cover the entire room in ice. I think there's one more of them, I can show that off maybe. Yeah, here we go. And presto, ice. Doesn't really make things that much harder, I mean, it makes the Mets explode into ice shards like that, and it makes icicles form on the ceiling that can fall on you. But no more ice here, because we went off screen, or into the next whatever. That one got away before I could... I think you can... okay, yeah. You can destroy the icicles on the ceiling, so... Also, that Met didn't seem to shoot ice shards. I wonder if it was because I used a fully charged shot. Anyway, we're coming up on Frost Walrus. We have not too much to fear from him even without the plasma shot. He's one of the easiest bosses in the game, probably. My life meter is mostly full. They sent a kid like you after me. I promise to end this quickly. Once again, game lag, what the heck? Ow, okay, that was dumb. He's slow, he just kind of walks forward, and then he'll do this dive, and wall jump over him, and when that happens. I don't know if he shakes you down from the wall if you're on the wall when he does that, but now this is one of his less easy to dodge attacks, I guess we can say. Not too problematic, but he'll make icicles like that. He also has this one where he creates a bunch of, whoa, ice shards that fly at you, and you can actually destroy them. And he only got a chance to use that once anyway. Yeah, pretty easy battle, especially if you're powered up. So, Frost Walrus is done for, and now what do we get for our troubles? Not that there were many. Got the Frost Tower. Okay. Generates a huge ice block that acts as a shield, may also be used to trap enemies before dissipating. It's one of those weapons that's not really terribly useful aside from being used as a boss weakness. I mean, there are certainly worse ones out there, but... well, I'll show off Frost Tower in the next video, I guess, if I remember. But... it basically creates like a kind of spiky ellipse of ice around X that falls to the ground. But anyway, we'll worry about that next time. We only have one Maverick to go now. Whoops. And I guess we're going back to Web Spider stage, because I accidentally pressed the B button. Well, X button in the PlayStation. So, anyway, that's the end of this episode, so I'll see you next time when we take on our last Maverick.